Today I want to talk to you about how to merge accounts as well as merging a contact. One of the things I want to say off to the start is in order to merge a contact, the contacts have to be in the same account. So we can't merge contacts outside of the account. So with that in mind, I want to start off um, with a couple different ways that you can do it and how you can merge accounts first, and then we'll show you how to merge the contacts as well. So what I've done is through your process of finding out that there's actually two accounts, maybe you've pulled up one and you saw the other, you're like, oh, which one's which? So you did some poking around and you come in and you see, and I've opened them up. I've created a duplicate account here. On the recent items list, you'll see the Gearhart Test household and the Gearhart Test household. Now that it helps me in knowing that they're there and I can go to them quickly, because what happens is what you need to do first is go to the accounts and households, because that's where you want to merge the contact or merge the account. I'm going to click on that tab, and if I scroll to the bottom, and Farah had made a post about this as well, and you click on merge accounts, and what it does, I'll give you the example of why it's important to keep recent items, of having them over in this view, is what if it was, it was Smith, and when I go type in Smith, look what pops up. There are so many different Smith households that it's hard to pick which one is which. And Jason Ridgel has two that he's owner of. I have one. So how do you know which one is which that you want to save? So it might be a little bit confusing to find them in this search. So if I type in Gearhart Test, it finds the two. Okay, so we'll go through that process, and then we'll go through the other process. So once I find those two, I check mark the two. It's got to be at least two, and then I click the next button over here on your right side. And then this is really cool because it gives you them side by side. What's different in the accounts? Again, this is what's different in the accounts. If there's the same information for whatever reason, it's not a conflict. So they're just going to pull that over into the one. So now you'll see some of the conflicts here are the address. I think one's a shipping address, one's a street address. So you can click where you want it to go. And I'll click that over there, and I'll change that to go back over here by clicking that radio button. So it all depends on which one I want it to go. If I want to pull them all over to this one, or I like it to go over here, then that's really all you have to do. And to be honest with you, again, this is the only thing that's conflicting. And then so everything else will pull over, and then once you click on previous, I'm sorry, I went backwards. Let's go back over here again and click that. So that's what happens when you click previous. It goes back, and now when I click merge. So in previous mode, say you want to go back and double check or add another account to it, you could do that. And then we click merge. And then it's just warning you that you're going to merge the two, and now I have one account, and they've both went away here in the accounts. There's not two anymore. So now we've merged the accounts. Now let's look to see how many contacts we had in that account. Some of them may be the same. So if I go in the related list and I hover over contacts, yes, there are two different contacts records for Chris Gearhart Test. Conveniently enough, it's right here. I click on merge contacts. And then I pick which ones I want to merge. I don't want to leave Josh in there because he's fine. I don't want to merge him to all three of this contact record. So then I click next, and it brings me up that same menu, and you'll see that there are some things that are different. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to be married. And that's the same phone number. The address is all right. There's not a whole lot of information there because I created this test account, but you'll be able to see what information is in there, what's of conflict. And then basically all you do is click merge, and it gives you the warning, which is fine. And then you go back into the contacts, and now there are just two. Really, it's that simple. If anybody had any questions about that, we can entertain that. Now, the other thing that came up was, what if there are so many Smiths? Now, in my case, when I had the two accounts over here, I had the Gearhart Test household and the Gearhart Test household. If there are too many, but you have them in your recent items list, what you would do is you would actually open up the account and rename the account name to, say, Gearhart Test 1 household, and then go over and click on the other one and said, and then save it, and then go to the other Gearhart Test household and rename it as Gearhart Test 2 household. So then you search for the Gearhart Test accounts, and then you'll be able to see the 1 and 2 in that list, and then you'll be able to pick those two. It makes it easier to find. Then once they merge the two accounts together, just go back and take the one out and save it. Really, that's all there is. So if you see that there's too many accounts in the list for you to even try to figure it out and poke through them, do I have the right one? Do I not have the right one? Typically, you've already had them opened in here, so you can just click on the account and change the account name right here and just put a 1 or whatever you need to put in there, so you can see that stick out in that list. Gearhart Test 1 is going to stick out. And so when you merge them and then you have a Gearhart Test 1 account, you just go back in here again and back out the 1, and it's saved. Really, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, let me know. Be happy to help you out with that or walk you through those again. Thanks.